remember that day, despite the obvious oddities. I was new to the labs, having been fascinated by the many species that roam the earth. So naturally, when I found out there was an entire organization dedicated to researching the world's creatures, I had to jump on board. But of course, it wasn't quite the fantasy dream job I had imagined it to be. They weren't lying about being able to research the world's creatures. That wasn't the issue. The issue was that there was no ethics committee of any sort, at least not any that made sense. Creatures were taken care of haphazardly, and if you got too close to a creature and started to actually care for its well-being, you were fired most of the time. I tried my hardest to still contribute some meaningful amount of care to these creatures, especially since most of them were completely harmless. It turns out that I wasn't at all alone in my feelings. A fellow researcher by the name of Lillian had quickly taken notice of my doings, and rather than question my actions, she instead joined me. Soon, we were both watching each other's backs, making sure neither got noticed by the higher-ups. Until, of course, Lillian got a little overzealous. It was described as indecent conduct involving numerous creatures. What it meant, and if it was true or not, was something I'd never be able to figure out, as she was already gone by the time I heard the news. I still had an idea of it, though, as she did spend quite a bit of time with certain creatures. To say it had put me in a sour mood was quite the understatement. I was prepared to up and leave myself. That is, I would have, if I hadn't heard the other news. Apparently, they found some sort of potted plant just beginning to sprout in Lillian's office. It would have been overlooked if it weren't for the abnormal coloration of the sprout, along with Lillian having anything living in her office to begin with. In an uncharacteristic act of mercy, Jer let the plant remain, now treating it as one of the research subjects. Naturally, that would be the only act of mercy he'd show. Rather quickly, it went right back to the half-neglect that was rampant throughout the lab. This time, though, I wouldn't allow that to happen again, regardless if I had lost my partner in crime. It felt as though Lillian had left that plant there for me to take care of, a final parting mission for me to complete. And so I had started to neglect my own sleep schedule in favor of coming to the labs in the middle of the night, all to take care of the plant. And while the sacrifice was draining, it filled me with a sense of accomplishment. I was finally doing the job I was meant to do. The plant was doing very well.
Hello? Is anyone there?
It's been several months since then. And to say the plant had grown rather quickly into something unexpected was an understatement, to say the least. Hey, Piya.
Oh, hi, Miss Enora.
Her name was Piya, as was my suggestion. Thankfully, the name didn't seem to cause any issue with Piya herself later on. It's a name I think fit her rather well, which I'm glad for. I wouldn't want to upset her.
I see you couldn't sleep again?
Yeah, the usual. So I figured I might as well stop by to see how you were holding up.
Well, that was very nice of you.
It was obviously strange, to say the least, to become so close to a literal plant. Not in the pet sort of way either, which I know some people have done before. I quite literally mean to become actual friends with one. Piya had grown to become like an actual person, developing her own voice, personality, and body, unlike any plant I had ever seen before. And as much as I hated it, I seemed to be one of the only people to actually acknowledge her as such.
Miss Enora?
Yes, Piya?
Can I get some water, please?
Huh? Oh, come on. Did you forget to turn on the automatic sprinkler system again?
Probably, yeah.
Hang on. I'll get it set up again, then. Just another result of the messy ethics this place has. Jared constantly seems to disregard the actual lives of the creatures in this building, to the point of outright immorality. Perhaps it's the reason why I'm such a workaholic, why I'm too stressed to properly sleep, all because I happen to care about these beings infinitely more than my coworkers have. There we go. It should start up again soon, okay?
Oh, okay.
Hey, Piya?
Yes, Miss Enora?
Are you feeling okay? You look dimmer than usual. Like, literally dimmer.
Oh, yeah, it happens when I don't get enough water. It goes away very quickly when I get water again, though.
I of course try my hardest to curb my temper around Piya, since she doesn't deserve to see that sort of thing. But knowing that the level of neglect causes this kind of thing in her, it only makes me hate my coworkers even more. Let's get you some water then, okay?
Oh, okay.
Hey, Piya?
Yes, Miss Enora?
I'm taking it you've come to expect me in these nightly visits?
Yeah, just a bit. Not that it's a bad thing, though. I like your company. Sorry, that was probably weird to say.
Nah, that actually makes me really happy.
What?
Piya, have you just been sitting in the dark this entire time?
Oh, yeah. It's not that dark, though. There's still the light from the forestation lab behind this window.
That seems like not enough. Are you always stuck in the dark like this?
No. They usually leave a lamp on nearby.
And why is it not on now?
I guess they forgot?
Assholes.
That feels way better.
That bad, huh? How long has it been since your last watering?
I, don't really know how to tell time well. The big hand was looking right, and the small hand was looking down.
So since about 6 p.m.? That means it's been at least 7 or 8 hours. Hey, Piya, tell me whenever any of the others don't water you for that long again, okay? For now, I'll keep the sprinkler on to give you some extra watering, okay?
Okay. Thank you.
Hey, Piya, you know you don't have to call me Miss Enora, right?
I know, I don't want to seem disrespectful. You're taking care of me and everything after all.
I guess, but I'm not taking care of you as some sort of pet or something.
Huh? What do you mean?
Oh, just, you know, you're a thinking being and all. You can even speak English, for God's sake. Why wouldn't I view you as such?
That's the nicest thing anyone has ever said to me. Thank you.
What? I mean, I was just telling the truth. Jer has been treating you well, right?
I guess so. Why?
Right. You wouldn't really know what I mean by well, would you? What I mean to ask, is he not being invasive? Prodding you, forcing you to do tests you aren't comfortable with, the like?
Oh, he's been okay. Just hasn't been talking to me, other than those tests.
She actually complained about how others don't talk to her. Poor girl. Are you enjoying that little sweater I got for you, by the way?
Oh, yes, it's very comfy.
Well, I'm glad it's comfortable, but is it actually keeping you warm? I know you complained about getting cold after being watered due to the wind chilling you.
Yeah, that too. It actually makes my waterings better, because it soaks up some of it, which makes the watering last longer.
Huh. Unintended bonus, I guess. I'm shocked it hasn't had any wear and tear from that then.
I know. You must be so incredible at making these to be so durable, too.
Yeah, thanks. I had actually just taken the sweater off of a doll. Oh, also, sorry for not getting you pants. I just figured, you don't really have a use for them.
Oh, no, it's fine. I appreciate anything you give me. And yeah, I would certainly have some trouble putting them on right now.
Are your legs gonna be like that forever, by the way? In soil? Would she even know that?
Oh, I have been feeling my roots change into feet, if that's what you mean.
Ah, I see. Hearing her say that so clinically feels weird, but I guess there isn't really another way to say it. I'll be sure to get you pants or something when you grow out of that pot then.
Okay, thank you.
Hey, Piya. Do you remember Lillian at all?
Sort of. Memory isn't something I developed all that much very early on, so all I really remember is a woman's muffled voice talking over me.
Huh.
Did you know her?
Yes, I did. She was a great woman, very intelligent, and pioneered genetic research when no one else would. It's unfortunate she, had to—
Yeah. Do you think I'll ever see her again? Preferably with my eyes this time?
Maybe someday. Just maybe. How old are you now, again? 3 months, yeah?
I guess. I haven't learned the measurements of time very well. I'm guessing that's a long time?
More or less, yeah. Though I don't really think that's your effective age. Most humans that old are still tiny babies, where you are essentially an adult already.
Huh. Am I really that old already?
I wouldn't say old. Being a plant, I'm pretty sure you'll remain an adult for a long